So, why is a show like Black Love UK important?
People forget that, you know, we do get married, we do find love. It's not about running around all the time. People forget that, you know, we do get married, we do find love. It's not about running around all the time. It's nice to settle down with someone you care about and has your side. It's a healthy thing to have and
I
to
think
want.
sometimes it's a generational thing, and also as well, it can also be a community thing. Growing up, coming from Caribbean heritage, christenings I went to, I didn't go to weddings so much.
Mm.
I didn't see them. However, my African counterparts, oh, they was vibing. They was getting married. They were having families, and I'm thinking to myself now that I see my age group, which is millennials, 30s and upwards. I'm seeing a lot of weddings between us, because sometimes maybe we don't want necessarily what our parents had. We're learning to come together differently. We're learning that we want the family unit. We're learning that in England it takes two wages, not one. you know and all of these things are truly like beneficial. um Black love is important because sometimes it's seen with negativity, and it's not. We're beautiful, we're loving people in general, we're very warm, we're very embracing. And you know we also don't have an issue with interracial dating,
Mhm.
because I like men, and men are a vibe.
So I'd say a show like Black Love is extremely important. We're both coming from single parent homes, and even though we knew people who possibly were married or in relationships, we didn't have that example in our actual home. And I think when we got together, that was probably one of our prime things, was to make sure we had that for our children. But now recognizing that it's even on a bigger scale now for other people. So I'd say it's extremely important just to see the example that you can have Black love, that you can have healthy and thriving relationships, that it doesn't have to be toxic, and all these things. There is room for that. So yeah, I think, and that's why we're so passionate about it as well, because we desire to see that with other couples.
I like men, and men are a vibe. I like you more, which is the reason why I married
Mm,
you.
yeah.
However, at the same time as well, even like culturally, meeting your person, it's nice to be with somebody that you can almost like vibe with. We're both British Caribbeans. I think we were even having a conversation the other day where I was saying maybe even dating somebody from the Caribbean would possibly be hard for me, because we're so far removed,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
we're so close at the same time. So there's levels of differences. When we have conversations, even though you meet as strangers, we could talk about the fact that we watched the same TV programs because our schooling was the same, and like little things like that. And when we cook for each other, we recognize what we're eating. So at the same time, even though we love a jerk chicken, we like a steak and kidney pie. There's like little things about our togetherness.
That's a bit fun. Yeah.
I love looking at you and seeing myself. I think it's a beautiful thing.
I love that, just for our past, because I was gone for so long and coming back, that we do have, even though I was gone for 19 years out of the country, there's shared memories that's still there, even for her. Like, just because of our West Indian culture, just, having ackee and saltfish. And, oh, me too. I too. Shelling those out with shelling the peas with
Yeah.
my grandmother. She did the same thing with her. So,
Mm-hmm.
no matter how, the culture's still there. But also the English side of it's Fridays, having fish and chips, watching Doctor Who
Standard.
reruns with Thunderbirds on a Friday. Yeah, he's like,
Yeah,
there you go.
it's similar. It's the similarities
Watch watching
and the
Chef and having a
closeness.
laugh, because that is also our British culture.
Yeah, Black
Yeah,
love is important.
yeah.
Black families are important too.
I
Same.
think there's a lot of people within our community that grow up and they don't see marriage or a healthy marriage.
Yeah.
So I think Black Love UK, it's really good that they're able to expose really good marriages, positive marriages.
Yeah.
And even just they become almost like a funnel to show the good things about marriages, because sometimes people hear that people are married but it may not be good things. But I think Black Love UK give a platform to show the good things that are about marriage, and also the fact that the truth is that, you know, we marriage builds a family builds a community, and a community builds a nation. And marriage is the foundation of a nation.
Exactly.
So Black Love UK, good work. We
Yeah.
hope that you go worldwide, and that, you know, more unmarried and married people get to see what you do,
Yeah.
and be inspired, encouraged, to build, create, change,
Yeah.
their lives and their marriages.
To learn and grow as well.
Thank you, Black Love.
Black Love UK Season 3.
The reason why I believe a show like Black Love UK is important is because it showcases so many different black relationships, black couples, and it's quite important because that's not something that you see every day. You don't get to see young couples, older couples, couples in the middle, couples of different dynamics, and it's so important to show the healthy sides of it, the sort of discussions, and the way like people's journeys, actually, like listening to some of the other episodes, hearing people's journeys, how they got together. Some people's journeys was straightforward. Some people didn't ever think they'd get together. Some people were friends first, and like, so it's so beautiful and important to be able to see that and showcase that, yeah, there is actually healthy black couples out there living and enjoying life, and yeah, something that you can have as well.
So Black Love UK is important because it really shines a light on what Black love looks like in the UK. So from the simple fact that my husband's of African descent and I'm of Caribbean descent, it's really important for the community to see, you know, how that this type of relationship meshes and gels. I really think as a black woman, it is so important to see, you know, black women loved on and black women having that, you know, those men and, you know, that family environment. Because if you look in the media, even if you look at social media and dating statistics, black women are seen as the most undesirable. So it is really important to have that out there so that, you know, black women are able to see other black women being loved on. And yeah, and it's important that we are discussing the issues that we face personally in our environment. You know, if you're in a couple, sometimes on social media you're either at the higher end or you're the couple that are screaming at each other like Love and Hip Hop. What about the ones that just watch, you know, Come Dine With Me on TV on a Wednesday night? You know, we're not screaming at each other all the time. We're just having a really, you know, kind of trying to build a healthy relationship with each other. So, you know, we're not living a luxury lifestyle in the black community or anything like that, but we do have a voice, we do have a story, and, you know, hopefully we can push that narrative out there that it's just okay to be just okay, you know? Yeah.
A show like Black Love UK is important because we need to celebrate love. It exists
Yes.
in different forms.
Yes.
You know, you can go through stuff, and to have this platform to literally just talk about how amazing I am. No, I'm joking. How amazing my husband is, and just some of the things we've been through. But more importantly, try and encourage someone else,
Yeah.
another couple out there
Yeah.
who might have gone through worse things.
Yeah.
It works. It can happen. It works, and it's worth it.
So yeah, Black Love UK, amazing theme. That where the morality lies within it, I think is very, very important to this generation, to the generations to come, because it's about instilling unity. Like I said earlier, like, I don't want people to like give up. I really don't want people to give up easily, you know. If a relationship doesn't work, both parties have to know they just gave it their all in it, you know, because looking back and being like, what if, and having regrets is like one of the worst things in life. So a show like this
promotes love, unity. It's inspiring, you know, and it's almost like coaching
Yeah.
for the youth, like coaching on how to do things, because many people out there might have questions on how to do things. So this platform allows them to, you know, see different relationships from all walks of life, and it's one big melting pot, and then they can with that information they can go on to hopefully take those things on board and just make love work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And oh yeah, you know, just like you were saying, just celebrating amazing examples of love, especially black love. You don't really see, like, in this day, like, I would say back in the 90s, you saw more of that than you see that today.
Yeah.
So stuff like this is important, just to show, listen, there are great examples of love that are not, you know, abusive, because that's not love, that are not toxic, because again, that's not love, you know, just pure, wonderful, joyful, inspiring love. Like, we need more of this. We need stuff like this, and it needs to be out there more, so that people can see it and be like, you know what, I want what they have
I'm
for
inspired.
myself.
Yeah,
you know, I'm inspired.
I think it's important for there to be a show, Black Love UK, because representation really matters. Like to see somebody and relationships together of somebody that looks like me, that would have really done a lot for me. Like when I was growing up, like the fact that, you know, people of color actually can be together, is successful, you know, like there's no kind of bad blood, there's no like, it's not like a fake thing, or it's not like a rarity, like these things actually do happen and they're successful. That really does good to be like shown.
This is Real Askel. Hear me, man, and I'm representing for Black Love UK. And I want the people that interest stay right there, because that's what they should, that's where they should stay. Hear me, man, it's the best channel, it's the best panel. Black Love UK. We keep it that way, it's the winning boss.
That is it. And you don't know, it's your girl Team Flexi, and I'm here representing for Black Love UK. And you know how we say winning, you know. That is it. Stay tuned.
I think a show like this is very important due to the fact that in this day and age with social media being as prevalent as it is, the only news you hear about black relationships or just ethnic minority relationships in general is always negative.
Yeah.
It's always negative. You never really hear the good things, the achievements within a relationship or within marriage, within those races. And so I think a show like this actually really, truly, genuinely showcase a marriage such as ours and the other couples that will feature on here is just, it's a blessing, I think, to the people in this day and age. Yeah.
Our experience on Black Love UK, very comfortable. The team makes you feel very relaxed. The questions really give insight into like a relationship, and I guess in some cases, like, oh, I didn't know certain things. I didn't realize that my husband thinks I'm so perfect. Win for me. No, so it's just like, and it's also just seeing like the little things that we're thankful for each other about, and really, I guess, reliving certain things that sometimes we forget because spending so much years together, we take like some of the littlest things for granted of each other. So it's reminiscing and really reconnecting, again, through certain things that we may have forgot. So I really enjoyed this experience.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's aspirational. I think people can see couples who have made it work. Because I know it's probably not easy. Societal wise, it's not easy. There's a lot of distractions, a lot of negativity, and if you're not born and witnessed that as you was growing up, it must be tough. I don't remember, apart from the Cosby Show, did I see any black couples that seem to be having a great relationship, laughing, joking, the kids doing what the kids are doing, and that was great. Thinking about it now, so that's the only thing I can remember. I'm sure there's others, but that's what I can remember. So I think it's important for this type of film or documentary or thing to be shared.
Yeah, and the other thing I think why it's important to have this platform is because in relationships now it appears very easy now to just walk away from a relationship.
True.
And when people can see on a platform like this that it takes work, it takes vision, it takes communication for for a relationship to work, then they'll be more likely to be inspired to work at it rather than just throwing the towel in because I've had an argument or because I don't like the way that you've looked at me or whatever. It's way too easy now, I think, for people just to walk out of a loving relationship rather than fight for it.
True.
So this platform will enable people to be inspired to fight for their relationships, to make
And I'm
it
sure
work.
there might be also, I think, as people watch through the whole series, maybe there's a theme that they see, and that theme might be you can't really be selfish if you're in a relationship, and there's themes around what love really is, and maybe people will have their own ideas of it, but actually witnessing it and people living it, that can inspire them to create the kind of love that they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Very
that's
true.
why it's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, likewise. I think this experience has been really good. It's been natural. So even though there's cameras around, like at certain points, we just totally forgot there was cameras
It's just
around.
us in the room.
Yeah, it was just like having a conversation with my perfect partner, my other half, and just conversing about. And actually, some of the questions was quite thought provoking as well. Really had to kind of think about it and really understand as well. So yeah, all in all, it's been a great experience. I've really enjoyed it. The team has
Yeah.
been amazing. Setup has been amazing. I look good on camera, Come on, big up me and that. Come on,
Big
and
you
big up my wife as well. Come on.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think I'll leave you with your relationship is yours. Just
100%.
be intentional and just be grounded and rooted in your vision of what you both want for your relationship and keep working at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it.
I think it's important to have a show like Black Love UK because, relationships have just changed. Dating has changed. When we are, our older children in their 20s, and when they tell us about, how they date now, it's very different to how we dated. And the whole trajectory around love has changed, I think. So, in terms of love, I think it's important to know about the traditions, the history of your parents and grandparents, etc., in terms of how they did it, and see how that can inspire your future generations. And by having shows like Black Love UK, that highlights different types of love, different types of relationships, looking at different cultures, different backgrounds, and how love can work, and it is possible because the media is so good at portraying negativity at times, particularly around relationships, love in the Black community, and having a platform like this highlights to Black people that it is possible to have long-lasting, genuine, loving relationships.